How is everyone doing tonight? Thank you all for joining me over here. Appreciate it. I have been... I got this Enjoyinh Canvas 22. It's a pen display tablet. And it was nightmarish setting this thing up. Like, it was awful. But I needed to upgrade my pen tablet display because I've just been working on my iPad Pro, cloud dropping things onto my computer, linking up on my computer. It just wasn't working for me anymore. So came in, got this set up, and it was a nightmare. I had it boxed up, was getting ready to send it back, and I remembered I had like an adapter. It was a connectivity issue because you have to hook into 3 ports to make this thing work right. It takes, on my Mac, it takes 2 lightning cables because I have to jump the HDMI with a switch into a lightning cable and a USB-A port. So it's 3 ports it's taken up on the back of my computer, which is crazy, right? So I remembered I had an adapter. I pulled it back out of the box. I've got it working. I've been testing it out. It's okay. It's okay. It was a Black Friday sale. It's worth what I paid for it. I'm gonna order an arm so I can adjust and work and be versatile with my working. But so far, we'll see. I'm gonna be breaking it in tonight. So I hope everybody's doing great tonight. What's up, Soldier? Trap, great to see you, Trap. Great to see you, Frederick. I haven't seen you, Trap. I haven't seen you, Frederick, in a while. So appreciate y'all being here. Zach, what's happening, brother? How we doing? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, so it's been a crazy day. I've didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was up late working after I streamed, and then just up a little bit earlier today. Been working on things all day, just trying to get things ready. We got some big announcements coming. So, oh, thank you, Frederick. I'm doing great. Rix Maraki, how you doing? Loved catching the stream earlier, but that's why I was busy working on. While I was trying to watch you stream earlier, I was getting this thing set up. So I'll show you all real quick what this is. So this is my usual display setup. This is what I'm looking at. So see, I can't have this monitor on right now with the iMac 2017 27-inch that I have right here. It only supports 2 setups. So there's my main monitor. That's the one I usually look at when I'm gaming. And then this is the new canvas right here. So as you can see, it's pretty big. But getting it set up was nuts. Absolutely, it was a major headache. It took me almost 3 hours to get this thing working. And I was unhappy about an hour and a half ago, but it is what it is. So thanks, Trap. I appreciate it. Well, we'll give you a little bit of an escape here, Trap. I appreciate you being here. It's like I said in the What is Aurora video the other day. I really, one of my goals with this is to just give everybody a place to escape to, have a good time and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, nice. I need to check out Discord. I haven't been on Discord today, so. Well, you'll get some more famous people in there than me. Trust me on that one. But I appreciate it. I'm sure the CL poster goes hard. So what I'm planning on doing tonight is just doing a little, just testing out the new display tablet. Running it through some paces, talking with you all, discussing some things, whatever y'all want to talk about. Drop it in there. We'll get a community discussion going. We'll get some opinions rolling. I'm doing this on the Araura channel because it is art stuff that I'm working on, but you know, I'm under no embargoes to just talk about art and Araura stuff. If I'm working on Araura over here, we can also talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We can talk about the Game Awards. We can talk about Castlevania, Resident Evil, to your heart's content. We can talk about any of those things. When I first got this tablet, I was a little... Oop, wrong one. There we go. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a... I'll have to set this like this. Hope y'all can still hear me okay. I like this off to the side. I was a little disappointed it wasn't a touch, but now that I'm working with it, I'm actually happier that it's not a touch because I can have my hands like all over it, and it's no big deal. So still getting used to some of the functionality, but getting used to some of the pen properties here. So let's see, how should I start this stream off? I'm thinking about doing some art to start this stream off whenever I come on to do these Araura streams. What do you all think about that? What do you all think about doing that? I think, let's see. I probably would take some requests if I were doing something like that. Yeah, the eyes get pretty intense. I warm up with an eye, usually. A little cross-hatching or whatever. And it's usually like either a Renzia eye or an Omaku eye. This is going to be more of an Omaku eye here. See, I keep trying to do the grab. So... I think what I want to do, and one of the things we're going to start working on here on the channel is we're going to start working on the Araura, what I've been working on with the remasters of the comics. We're going to start working on more of those remasters, the pages, the panels, all that kind of stuff. Getting all that stuff kind of rolling and flowing. Where did my OBS go? There it is. That was weird. My OBS just kind of disappeared. OBS just completely vanished. That was so strange. That was so strange. Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. Maraki. So, what's with the nickname? I'm curious. I've always wanted to ask. What is with the Arixa Maraki screen name? I want to know. I gotta know. I feel like there is a. I feel like there's a story there. Yeah, it's going to be not just an art update, but it's also going to be like there's going to be some things that I just kind of cut and fix and edit and stuff like that. So, let's see, clear that off. I'm going to be streamlining story stuff. I'm going to be doing some other things. Something weird is going on. with my computer right now. Like it's losing stuff. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I sent my wife a couple of things I wanted for Cyber Monday. I want to get some arms for my setup. I want to put my 2 monitors on just like adjustable arms, and I want to put this pen driver on an adjustable arm too. I want to have one over here, and I want to have a double one back here for my monitors, so I can kind of just be more free with my space a little bit and kind of adjust things as I want. Pull them closer, put them up further away, whatever. But yeah, and I need to figure out a way to get this a 3rd monitor set up, because I don't like not having this monitor over here. It's kind of bugging me. It's kind of bugging me, if I'm being honest. It's really bugging me right now. So, in honor of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 being just the balls out masterpiece that it is, I think tonight I'll warm up with a Gustav sketch. Bear with me, because I'm trying to kind of remember what he looks like every bit of him. So I'm going to have to pull an image up, but I'm going to pull up an image and just kind of do a quick sketch as a warm up. Hopefully I don't butcher the guy. So let's see. I'm gonna okay, I gotta fix that. So every time I hit this little clickable button, it keeps switching to eraser. I'm going to do a little bit of a Gustav in like my style, I think. And no, I'm not going to draw him getting killed. Oh, I thought Ray was a real one. What is Gustav's last name? I forget. Can anybody tell me? Hook me up. What is Gustav's last name? I cannot remember it. His lips aren't that full. I'm going to erase some lines here, clean it up just a tad. The Freerin looking up challenge? I have not. I don't even know what that is. You'll have to enlighten me on what that is. What is it? I think his face is too long, a little bit too gaunt. So let's do this. There we go. That click eraser is handy when I just want to erase, but not when I'm trying to draw. That goes about to the outside. That right there. I'll put a little bit more. He's got a little bit of haggardness going on in his face from what I recall, so let's thin out his lips a little bit. There we go. Let's see, he's got the... Actually, his facial hair looks like mine if I grow it out. Like, if I just had stubble, like stubbly kind of facial hair or whatever, it's kind of what mine looks like when it's growing out. Let's see. Stubble, 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 stubble. See right here. He's not concave over here. He is. His cheeks kind of come down. Cheekbones are about right there. So I need to fix that. There we go. There. Little hair coming in. Little hair coming in. Little something there, a little something there. Let's see. He got a little bit of a jaw on him. Man, that button. I'm going to have to fix that in my settings when I'm tooling everything up. Okay. His face needs to be slimmed out just a little bit. Okay. There. Maybe up there a little bit. Up in there a little bit. Now his wild, full, luscious head of hair. Okay. Does not have a very big neck. He is not a Giga Chad, that is for sure. So that's one of the reasons we love him, right? See, a little coming off right there, like that. There. Need to warm up his eyebrows a little bit. Let that character work come through in his facial expression. What up, Nelson? How we doing, brother? Oh. Ugh, there we go. All right. So, cool. Giving this a good little test. Come here. Just a little bit cleaner here. Now I can kind of put my style on it a little bit. Put just a little more depth on his chin. There we go. I'm glad I'm doing these little sketches because, like, I'm finding a bunch of little things about this new tablet that I'm going to want to fix. Like this little crosshairs that follows it around everywhere. That is very annoying. I thought that wasn't there a second ago. Maybe it was. I don't know. Hmm. All right. There is my quick beverage napkin sketch of Gustav. My quick little beverage napkin warm-up sketch of Gustav. Kind of feel like I want to kind of do a little more. I miss doing my fan art. I used to do tons of fan art. Like, if I was still doing fan art, like now that Claire Obscure and everything are out, like, and the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff, God, I'd be doing so much fan art. So much. But I got tired of being a cover band. I wanted to write my own material, you know what I mean? There. Shoo. Whew. All right. Kind of want to spend more time on it, but I got to get to other things. Got to get to some other things. Radion. Oof. All right. I'm currently in the process of getting a bunch of backgrounds timed out and animated, and the grass swaying, the leaves blowing, all that kind of stuff. I was going to talk about it here on the channel. I don't want to make any promises, but it's looking like sometime in about the next 3 weeks, maybe sometime between Christmas and New Year's, I think I'm going to have a new trailer with all the new animation and everything ready to go to get ready for that big kind of first 15 to 20 minute episode we're going to air at the end of January. So I am super pumped about everything I'm working on and how everything's looking, and just you know, everything that's rolling right now. Working on so much different stuff, and just kind of, you know, starting to hit the finish line on some things. So it feels really good. A lot of good stuff happening, and I am really stoked. Real quick, I am going to, let's see. Well, you know what? Let me get my phone. I'm going to share this on Discord. If anybody wants to join from Discord. There we go. There it is. All right. So one thing, things are looking up. There's been so much I've been working on for the past few weeks that I just, not that I haven't wanted to show, just I haven't had time to show. I haven't been able to show. Let me see if I've got. I don't have anything here. Like last night, I was wanting to show some stuff, show some new shots and things, but well, let me look real quick. Nah, that's just not ready to show. Like one of my things right now is before, when I was showing all the Aurora stuff, I was so excited about how things were looking. I was just showing so much stuff so quickly. And a lot of times before it was ready, and then it was like, okay, here's this cool stuff I'm working on. And then one of the hard lessons I learned was things take a lot longer, even though they look like they might be done. And so I try to get away from showing too much stuff, and I'm trying now to just kind of show, not tell, when things are ready. I was doing a lot of telling and showing, but things weren't where they, as far along as I thought they were to me. And that was a lesson I just really had to learn. And it's been hard to not show you all just everything I've been working on and putting together. But I keep telling myself I did that last time. That's why I come on to do these production streams sometimes, kind of show kind of the things I'm working on. But I come on to do these because I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm tired. Because I want you all to see the things I'm working on. As far as showing you all a finished product, I'm hesitating from doing that right now. And that's only because I did that before, and then I kind of fell flat and things weren't ready to show, and they weren't quite as good as I thought they were, so we kind of went back to square one. But what I'm excited about working on this OVA for Aurora right now is that it's like the finished OVA is going to be like 60 minutes. But what that does is it's being structured in a way to where I can put out 4 15-minute episodes. And you can also watch it as a fully finished 1-hour OVA. So I think the first season of Castlevania on Netflix, I tell people all the time, I don't think 4 episodes is a season. It's an OVA. That's what I've said. That's what I'm doing. I think they were about 20 minutes, 20 to 22, 23 minutes. Mine are going to be 15, but it's one dude who did the whole thing. So keep that in mind. But I'm really excited about the quality. I sent a couple of people some preliminary stuff today to look at as far as like what the quality's looking like and where we're going and how everything's looking and shaping up. And a lot of people were very excited about what I showed them. And it's, arrow pointing up kind of stuff. Arrow pointing up. What is this? Okay, got it. Arrow pointing up and everything. Well, I'll show you an example, like some of my background work. Let me pull this down here real quick. So this right here, this is the Aurora thumbnail that I did for that video, Aurora production stream. That background, that is what the Darklands look like now. That is what it looks like now. So that is what the show is going to look like. And I'm super pumped about that. Here's another one. I'll pull this one in. This background here, that is one of our new backgrounds for Aurora. You can't really see too much of the landscape there, but one of the things I've been working so hard on is backgrounds. How to properly paint backgrounds, how to make them look good. Because one of the things I noticed in that pilot is some of the backgrounds looked okay, and I was still kind of trying to find my way, but they weren't where they needed to be, and I felt that when I watched it. I felt kind of embarrassed, honestly. I was super excited, super pumped, and people who had seen it before I released it were excited and pumped. They thought, oh, it's really good, man. Go ahead and put it out. And I did, and they still felt that way, but after I watched it and looked at it, I was like, that ain't it. That's not what I see up here. It's not good enough. So I was really hard on myself. It wasn't enough for me to be like, look at this thing I made, everybody. I was like, no, it's got to be great. So I appreciate everybody that's been patient while I work on this and get it out, making something very special. We're getting ready to do more pickup audio recordings and stuff like that from some of the other actors and performers. I'm bringing some other people in that are just kind of getting their foot in the door with voice acting. And I'm excited to kind of give them an opportunity to do some things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. What animes inspired my background art? I'll tell you right now, Record of Lodoss War, Full Metal Alchemist, Inuyasha. Those are the big three that I looked at for my background art. Because like a lot of anime have like impressive background art, but a lot of them are like in cities and modern day and a lot of middle school, high school anime and stuff like that. But for me, I love fantasy, and I love kind of like grounded, modern, not modern, but grounded kind of fantasy, not high fantasy so much. There are high fantasy elements to what I do, but the Record of Lodoss War, the Madhouse from the OVA, I think, was done in 92 or 93. I want to say it was 1992 or 91 when the OVA was done. And then the series was done in 98. The backgrounds for that, the Inuyasha, of course, the Full Metal Alchemist has some legendary background artwork. But those are the big ones for me. I really studied those. And like I would spend all night till the sun came up working on 2 background paintings. And then just comparing it and being like, okay, 50% of the way there, throw that away. Everybody, I love when people are like, you should keep your old stuff. I'm like, why? I don't want to look at my old stuff. I don't. Like, a year from now, I won't want to look at what I think looks good now. I don't want to. I won't want to. Like, even when I'm working on my background paintings, I don't work in layers. Like when I paint, like I'll show you real quick. When I'm painting a background, let me come in here. I'll delete Gustav here. Well, you know what? I won't completely get rid of him, but we'll start us a new layer. When I am working on a background painting, I don't work in many layers. What I do, like I'll go up here, let me get my real G pen. Real G's know. I got a real G. I will sample some sky colors. Let's see. I don't want that. Let's see, that was... Why did I switch over to pencil? Here we go. So I will come in here and I will fill in shades. And so I get a vibe for where a certain shade is and what's going on with it and how I'm feeling about it. And then I'll come and grab a few other shades. Splatter some paint across the canvas. Come down here, get a little bit of a darker tone. Get a little bit of a lighter tone to come over top. And just kind of start slathering colors around until I then come up here and grab some different blur, blend, and fill tools. I'll start just kind of running colors. A lot of times, like a lot of the studies that I did said use your gradients, use gradient tools, paint over gradients. But this is my version of working on a gradient. Like I like to do like this, kind of get like what I call a natural gradient, like just kind of like a natural tone. Then what I like to do, come back over top with some of those same color tones that I was sampling earlier. Get some whites in there. Then once I've got my underlying gradient, I'll come in, get a few more colors, figure out what I want to do there. Then come in and grab another tool, get my fingertip tool, and start just really just like blending. I don't know what that little thing was. That weird off. Yeah, some of this offbeat stuff is just because I'm still working this pen in. And I'll tell you what, this Huion tablet so far, it ain't it. Like, I'm liking it okay, but my iPad is way superior. Like, some of this blurring that it's doing isn't great. So anyway, I come in here, do this, get some more colors, get another blend in some of that, do a lighter blend this time, and I start to see like shapes starting to come through my canvas. Starting to see some of that going on. Same thing I do with trees, and sharpen things up or whatever. So now I'll come in here and grab, let's see, I want to do, let's go a little bit harder on that. Stabilization's good. Come in here, and now I'm going to do a new layer. Come in here, start. And I apologize for this quality. I'm still getting a see this pen tilt right here. I've got to figure out how to set this thing up because it is not good. It is I'm not liking what I'm getting from it, but anyway, I digress. So now I'm going to start painting in some cloud atmosphere. And let the shapes find me, of course. Always just let the artwork find you when you're doing this stuff. I didn't plan on doing like a background tutorial, but I'm kind of doing it now. So, say for example, I'm going to solid that up. Then I'm going to create new layer, clipping mask. I'm going to drop down some more of these neutral tones. I'm going to drop the size of my pen. I'm going to come in here. We'll start painting in. Just kind of follow where the shapes are taking me here. So where it is an overlay or a clipping mask, it's only going to follow the shape of the clouds. So if I go over here, it's only going to follow the clouds. Get me a different tone, slightly different tone. Come in here and start adding some different depth and texture to some of this stuff. That. Then I keep my finger on the arrow keys to increase and decrease my brush size as I'm working. And this is the reason I wanted to get a display tablet driver, because you can't do this on the iPad. You can't just like increase and decrease size as you're going on the iPad. It doesn't work like it should. So now I'm going to come in, so you kind of see what I'm doing. Then I'll come up here, grab my blender. I'll do that. I want to not use that. I want to use my fingertip tool. So with my fingertip tool, I'll shrink the size. I come in here. I love the way this tool blends. And this is what I use to blend almost all my backgrounds together. When you start getting those different tones, start getting those different values meshing together, like so, like right there, then you can come over top of them and add more solid or concrete contrast. Yeah, this needs more calibration. That will be a project for me tomorrow when I'm just sitting around the studio. That's the boring work. That is the boring work. So we're going to come in here, we're going to do that, smudge these, smudge this. Start getting some of that. Then I'm going to come up here. Oop, don't do that. There we go. Come up here, one more. Another clipping mask. I'm going to sample this. Get my brush. Okay. So I'm going to change some settings on this brush. Maybe. Here we go. Ah, it's up here. All right. So we'll come up here. I'm going to get the brush tip. I'm going to change this. I'm going to delete that. Oh, it went back up here. So that's something else I got to change. So cancel. I'm going to take that, delete that setting, come up here, grab this, and I'm just going to go, got some funner brushes saved up here. Where is, there we go. I'm just going to go blur B, kill it. I'm just going to start adding this over top. And then of course you can blur, do the finger, whatever on that finger tool. So then I adjust levels and all that kind of stuff. And then what I do is I merge all the layers together. And then with that, come here, start blending. Blending lightly, blending lightly, blending lightly, blending lightly, blending lightly. Come up here, grab my blur, blur lightly, blur lightly, blur lightly. And essentially all I do is this, get my blur, fingertip. I start just going back and forth between the different blending modes. Then when I've got things how I want them, I start shaping things. And I come back over with more brushes and stuff for doing more contrast. Blend all this stuff here together, kinda get it to blend into the background. Come back over with other brush tools and just add more contrast. That's pretty much it. So, but it, you know, that's just a quick little thing. But I'll spend about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours on a background to get it kind of where I want it, and then I'll spend another hour cleaning it up and finishing it up and figuring out exactly what I want it to look like. So I'm gonna save that, start a new canvas. Actually, yep. Boom. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. We'll give me a little snack and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. What'd I miss? Oh, so tomorrow night I'll be on the gaming channel and we'll be talking about Game Awards stuff and whatnot. But I like hanging out over here as I'm trying to grow this channel and stuff like that. I wanted to tell you all real quick before we start talking about gaming stuff. I did find a finished background I'm cool with showing you all. So this has had all the camera work and everything done to it. So let me see. I'll pull it up. Oop, not in that window though. We got to put it in this window. Here we go. So this is a finished background for Aurora. Let me get in the right space here. Okay. So this is a finished background for Aurora. This is, put it right there in the middle. So this has all the camera work and everything already done for it. It's I already treated it in After Effects and took it through timing and all that kind of stuff. So this is the Darklands. This is a shot from the comics that I really wanted to pull out. Classic 90s anime style looking thing. So with the swaying grass, there are 5 levels to this piece because I've been debating on whether or not to have the clouds moving in the backgrounds, where it's a quick like 3 second. I think it's a 3-second shot. Yeah, 3-second shot. Wasn't really necessary to have all that going on, but I did want the grass swaying because the Darklands are windy. It's so people always used to joke, like my friends and stuff like that. They're like, "Man, it sure is windy in the Darklands." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's always windy in the Darklands." So I kind of took that joke from my creator friends and stuff. Like, "Man, it sure is windy." I kind of put that into the animation, which that kind of beat me up a little bit because it's taken a lot. But there are 5 levels to this. I'll tell you what the levels are. So as you see right here, the animation. So the foreground, the darker right here, these darker like bushes and brush and stuff like that here in the front. That's on its own layer. I painted those in separately, and what I did was I treated that and made that a multiply layer in After Effects. It's just like a dark maroon kind of shadow look in the foreground to be out of focus, to just add some flair. But that is a multiply layer in After Effects. It's on the top layer, and then what I did was here in the background, this sway from the grass. So this is all one background painting. But what I did was I took all this lime green right here, all these lime green pieces of grass, and the reason I made this kind of a multiply layer here in the front is so that some of the green grass can shine through in some of these places. I wanted to give it like a complex look while it's moving. So all of this green grass, I took like, so if you take like a section here, a section there are just 3 different sections of grass, of like 6 or 7 blades of grass, just animated on kind of 5 frames. And what I did is I took those 5 sections and took them into After Effects, kind of tilted them here, tilted them there, and blurred them in different ways. And then this line back here, that's just a line that I animated. And you can't tell, but the clouds are, this layer of clouds are on their own background, and then this dark, really dark, heavy piece here is further back in the background. So this right here, it's all one background painting, but I cut this right here out and then had like a separate layer of clouds going behind the mountains here. It all looks like it's one piece, but that is how I constructed this shot. This took me about a day and a half from painting to editing out and everything. And again, this is one of those pieces that this piece right here was heavily inspired by like Uwatase and people like that, like Fushigi, Inuyasha, that era of fantasy backgrounds I really love. and this is heavy, like Record of Lodoss War, Inuyasha, Fushigi Yugi era. Full Metal Alchemist is a little more recent than this, but I wanted the opening with the Darklands, and what I'll be doing is I'll be placing Renzia kind of over here. He'll be in this shot, but he'll be kind of right here with his coat kind of blowing. And I believe this is going to be the intro shot for the... I need to go in and fix some of these, because some of these are a little off the way I had to kind of tilt all the different things. My eye is catching it now. See, you're always catching stuff. But he's going to be over here, and this hill right here behind this patch of lime green, that's kind of, you can't see that it's swaying because I've got it blurred out, this layer, but this is layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. So this hill right here separates the movement in the foreground from the rest of the background painting that I did. So as you see right there, boom. And I'm going to have him kind of on the other side of this hill right over here with his coat kind of blowing. And that's going to be kind of the intro for the new trailer. That's how I'm going to introduce him and what's going on in the story. So that is that. So I did find that one. And even this one's not really completely done because I've got a leaves layer that's going to be blowing. And the tricky thing is I'm trying to figure out, because they look too crisp and too clean right now. So I'm trying to make them look faded, like they're part of the background, but not too faded, not too blurry or whatever, because the balance will wash out and it'll kind of take you out of the shot because it's not balanced. So I got to go in and rebalance all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so that is, and this is the naming hierarchy for structure for the stuff. ARA 101, Darklands, Plains, BG, Wide, Shot 16. So there are, man, I think there are at least 30 background shots in each scene. The OVA has about 15 scenes. So, and the animation's really the easy, not, I don't want to say easy part, but the less time consuming part for me, because I just fly through the animation. The backgrounds are what are time consuming, because an average background with no animation takes me, I can do 2 background paintings in one day, and that's like a 10-hour day, like 5 hours per background painting. There are people who do it way faster than that. It takes me about 5 to 7 hours depending on how much detail I put in. If I animate the background, it's a full day, day and a half for one. If I don't animate and just paint it, it's about a full work day, which is anywhere from 12 to 14 hours of just painting those 2 backgrounds. There are about 150 backgrounds in the OVA for Aurora. There's about 150 backgrounds. Now those all aren't this. Like they're like bedroom shots, like background of characters talking, clouds going by. And a lot of that I'll reuse some of the backgrounds and just kind of make them a little bit bigger, a little more zoomed in, and just having the background while characters are discussing something or whatever. But finding that balance has been one of the things that I really focused on with this. Even the background I use for the painting here, it's a rough older background. I've had to redo the painting of Anaya's house because I just didn't like it anymore, you know. But you come to a point where you have to say it's done and move on. And that's one of the hard lessons I've been having to teach myself. This is no longer just a fun, wouldn't it be cool if project. There are people really wanting to see this. So, and we're developing a real fan base, and I'm excited about that. But really turns the heat up because I'm like, oh, you can't just take your time and put the pictures on the fridge anymore. You know, you got to really work hard and hustle and get it done and put it out there for people. So, but yeah, it's good stuff, and I'm really excited about it. But this is what I'm doing all day, every day, just in here, just working away. But yeah, so anyway, enough about that. I will there. There. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate that, man. Real labor of love. Like, even the Araura, like, poster I've got behind me here, like, I want to redo that poster now. like nothing is off limits. I want to redo everything I've done, but I can't do that. I know I'm not going to do that, but it is so tempting. It is so tempting. But Zach, I also wanted to tell you, since I've got you here, your shirt, the shirt I told you I was replacing, I've got it. I've got them in. I'm going to be sending that out tomorrow. I'll be putting your shirt in the mail tomorrow. I'll be putting some extra little goodies in there for you. Some little Araura postcards and signing all that stuff and everything for the delay on the shirt. I think I've got a new situation figured out with a new drop shipper. So I think the apparel is going to be load more apparel onto the website. I've got a couple more shirt designs I'll be putting up at the end of this week. I've got some other cool stuff going on there. Got to update the website probably next week, but put some new items up on there. What's funny is I was opening a Shopify store, and I was going to have my big launch for the store today, Black Friday, some Ray Kaufman Keep Rockin' shirts and everything, stuff I've been working on. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this big Shopify launch. And I go to launch today, not Black Friday, but Cyber Monday. I go to launch today, and Shopify has crashed. Shopify is just down. I was like, I tried to move away from Squarespace because I was afraid of that very thing. I was like, oh, Shopify, that'd be foolproof, right? Wrong. My shop still isn't back up, so I've requested a refund. I don't even want to work with them now. I'm just going to go back to updating Shopify, updating Squarespace. But yeah, my store as of 11 p.m. still was not active or showing, and I was like, man, I was so grumpy over that today. And then I was trying to get the stuff figured out with the Enjoyinh tablet here, and so when I was saying earlier, it was a crazy, wild day. It was a crazy, wild day. Nothing worked. But things seldom work. Things very seldom work. So, but yeah, it was a day. But I think I'm gonna hop off here for the night. I've got some writing to do. I've got some scripts I have to finish. So I have to shift from art mode, turn the lights back on in here, get my eyes focused, put the glasses on, and start script writing. I've got to finish up a couple of scripts for some other things I'm working on that I can't talk about right now. And we're chugging right along, always producing, always making, always doing stuff. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Throw a like on the video, all that kind of good stuff. I appreciate the heck out of all of you all being here and hanging out and watching me do my thing and talking about stuff we're into. So tomorrow night on the gaming channel for Tuesday night, Kaufman night, Tuesday night, whichever way I want to say that tomorrow. We'll be talking more Game Awards stuff. We'll be talking about some Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. Probably talk about a theory or two that I've got on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 train. And some interesting stuff about Resident Evil 9. So tune in tomorrow night over there, and then after I jump off there, I might jump back on this channel and do some more artwork. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, right? That's what we do. We figure it out. So anyway, appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for being a part of the journey. Thank you for believing in Araura. And I will catch you all on the next live stream. You all have a great night and take care.